Yeah, my communication will be on the floor. Hopefully on Tuesday or Thursday, we're going to impeach President Walker. President Walker has convinced us in 1 month that he cannot steer the affairs of this country. So we are already working with our lawyers. As soon as possible today, we're going to be working on that all day. Hopefully tomorrow it should be on the floor. If not there tomorrow, and the impeachment of the president will be on the floor on Thursday by God's grace. So we're going to make sure that we impeach President Walker. President Walker has shown to us in 1 month that he cannot manage this country. What has happened in 2 times, the president has not represented like
BP producer.
Of Liberia is flying all the time, showing allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation, Liberia. The flag of Liberia is flying all the time, showing allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation, Liberia. The red on the flag is for bravery. The white on the flag is for purity. The star is for republic. The blue sea is for black people. We know Liberia is our home. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11 nations of people, we are known as First Republic. The Lone Star shall be evermore. Of Liberia, it's flying all the time. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation, Liberia. If my people who are over money, we humble themselves and seek my faith, I will rise and heal their nation. Liberia will rise again. Nations will come to your rising. I prophesy, kingdom will come to your life. Together, let's keep your peace. Cause in unity we will build our nation. Arise, Liberia, arise. Arise and take your place. Whatever the workers are eating, arise and take your place. The flag of Liberia is flying on. It's flying all the time. Showing allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation. Liberia, Liberia, in union, success is love. It's flying all the time. Showing loyalty to this nation. Liberia, in unity, in union, success is love. In unity, we will build our nation. In unity, Liberia, we focus on long life. We focus on prosperity. We focus on peace in this nation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of
BP producer.
And indeed, a great time together. Such a wonderful afternoon. In a typical country where people prioritize self-interest over national interest. A country where people classify you to be anti to the nation if you can dance to their own tune instead of the tune of the constitution of the country. A country where vast majority go home with hunger. You have very minute portion of the citizenry having all of the resources but yet and stay, they want to subject the majority to their understanding. And indeed, this is a country where we find ourselves. And of course, our generation to come might be the one to better this country. Why? Because the footing we are on tend to be the wrong footing. As the philosopher was saying, work hard while it is day. Time will catch up with you when it's at night. You have to have a rest. But then we yet to understand that. Okay, on the other way side, a healthy poor man is happy and satisfied than a sick billionaire. That's how it is. A wheelbarrow boy, healthy wheelbarrow boy, is very happy than a sick lawmaker. In a sense that the lawmaker will spend half of what he has or she has on health matter, why the poor wheelbarrow man just need $1 to survive for the day and pray to see the next day. I want to say good afternoon to you. Welcome. This is Voice of Liberia, and of course we here this afternoon again to share you up to 5 o'clock. And of course 5 I take leave of you. Your show Bits and Pieces comes your way Monday through Friday, and of course Monday to Thursday is Jala Griffey, and Friday exclusively for Edwin Melvin Joe. So we here typically every Friday we have to bring up the activities, the tradition of our country, the world of life, bring you the understanding about our people in our country. And of course we're here today again. So we got a couple of issues to discuss this afternoon up to the evening hour. As you may be aware, trending issues across Liberia. People have misreaction, diverse views about the situation and happenings on the Capitol Hill. And of course, the University of Liberia will have a tough time in resuming classes or in opening for a semester. They are led to the student groupings on the campus or campuses of the University of Liberia to protest or have a mass march in the principal street of Monrovia, from the Capitol bypass to Broad Street. Yeah, the SUP will march, and if I can recall, several days ago, there was a clash between the Liberia National Police and SUP, or the SUPists, on the main campus of the University of Liberia, demanding the government to reopen school for this semester. And then they will march on today from the University of Liberia campus to Broad Street, where they were heavily guided by the Liberia National Police, and I was seated back and I spotted them on the Capitol bypass. And I started to laugh. I say that police are providing the maximum for them, or police are like behind them because they feel that maybe super go on the contrary. Okay, earlier we saw the Grady Addison school marching on today, and they were heavily guarded by the armed forces of Liberia. And of course, that school is a very unique and great school. So today we have a couple of issues on the dot, and of course you wouldn't want to miss what we got here today. And let me inform you what we have right now, and those things we're going to be discussing. The Big Five budget surpasses the imagination of the downtrodden masses. We're going to look at the budget today. We will discuss about the budget, although the fiscal budget is being passed and submitted to the Liberia or the Liberian legislature. We will discuss the budget a bit on today. Then we're going to be looking at Speaker Kofa and Representative James Collett clash for control and authority over legislative staffers. Who has control? The majority bloc appointed Representative James Coley as the acting chairman on rules, order, and administration. And we'll look at that one. Representative Muhammad Briggs Mensah of District 6, Bone County, appears as an ungrateful species following her distinctive position on the embattled Speaker cover issues on Capitol Hill. We're going to look at that one this afternoon. And 2 days ago, Judge Blamo Dixon denies rape filed by the government prosecutor. That one has to do with the case between, the government and Samuel Tuwe and the folks that were accused of like economic sabotage, and you list the rest. So we're going to discuss that. And today's Friday, as usual, we will bring on our correspondents to tell us the happenings across Liberia, especially in the rural parts of our country, to know typically what is unfolding. And of course, we are informed that the Western Region Journalism, the Western Region Journalists Association, that has to do with Cape Mo, Bomi, and Bapolo. Journalists of those counties have an event coming up, and it's important to know that the journalists in the Western Union region are united, and they will have a program certificating several of their colleagues who have emerged as a successful journalist and potential one among the others. And they will also mention about the progress made by them as an institution in the Western region. We'll talk about that one on this afternoon. But before we push forward, I'd like to say happy birthday to you, big brother Papi Glentis. His name is Glenn Toto, and he's affectionately called Papi Glentis. Happy birthday to you. And big brother Wally Jiman, D. Dallas Will, we call him Langotown 1 in Margibi County. I say good afternoon to you, big brother. He's following the broadcast as well. And one day I will try to invite you, big brother. Don't worry. We will talk a lot about happenings in Margibi County on this very platform. Thumbs up to you, D. Will. He's affectionately called D. Will, but his name is Wally Jiman. We used to work together before. He's my former boss and a big brother, very nice big brother to me. Thumbs up to you, big brother. And we will talk after here. Happy birthday again to you, Papi Glentis. Glenn Toto, your birthday is on today. Happy birthday to you. Those of you traveling along the way from Monrovia to Margibi, just tune into 89.7, the branch in Kakata. Will have you listening to the issue to be discussed on today. And those of you passing through Margibi and making your way to Bangabong County, you can just tune into 90.7, Voice of Liberia in Bangabong County. We want to say good afternoon to all of you. Welcome. And we're here to inform you on the happenings. Today is Friday. Friday for everybody, right? As usual, on Friday, you see, in Monrovia, let me give you the happenings about Monrovia. In Monrovia, on Friday, many of the women will be very happy that it is on Friday. You know why? Friday is the day we men spend more money than the women. So that's why you see, if you do a statistics to the various banks in Liberia, the bankers will tell you they always pray for Friday and Monday. You know why? Friday, the men will withdraw the most at the various banks because women will have to bore or enjoy. So on Monday, the women will take those money and carry back to the bank. The foreign currency, the local currency, they will go back and deposit the money to their various accounts. That's why you see bankers will tell you, say, the best 2 days in the week are Monday and Friday. But we pray that Friday comes before Monday. Why? Because Friday will have a withdrawal. Men will go and withdraw money from all over Western Union, mobile money, direct bank account, the IB Bank, the Access Bank, the Ireland Bank, the Global Bank, all of the banks in Liberia, the SIE Bank, they will withdraw on Friday. Now, what can happen in Monrovia? I'm telling you something weird. So people will withdraw the money and go and have time on Friday, and then on Monday, the women will start to go back to deposit the money to their various accounts. So I want to say welcome. We move on. Big brother Yapawolo Dennis from Konolama, I give you County is following. Big brother, I say thumbs up to you and hope you are doing well. It been a while. We have not met. Serve you all the times. Okay. So we're going to move on this afternoon. And the first issue we're going to move on will be Speaker Kofa and Representative James Cole clash for control and authority over legislative staffers. Yeah. So, this whole issue has been circulating around the corridor. And of course, people in the range will tell you that Speaker Kofa is still in control. And people out of the range will tell you that Speaker Kofa has lost control. And if that is the case, we as Liberians, we are very hopeful and prayerful that the best can come out of Capitol Hill. How does the best come out of Capitol Hill? Isn't going to happen by magic? No. Isn't going to happen by an individual perception? No. Isn't going to happen because an individual feeling? No. Despite several group of people will consider certain things to happen because they think it is the positive things to happen that everyone will benefit. And certain group of people will feel these people who are pushing these things do not need the welfare of our people in this country. Then we as citizens will sit back and say, what do we have to benefit in the whole speaker saga? So we're going to be looking at several other things. Speaker Kofa and Representative James Cole clash for control and authority, whose order will legislate. Right? So that means several days ago, as the power play on Capitol Hill continues, Speaker Kofa has written all directors, deputies, assistants, and sectional heads not to attend any acquaintance meeting with the acting chairman on rules, orders, and administration, Representative James Cole, who previously cited them to an acquaintance meeting in a memo. The two memos I attached, and we're going to read out these two memos. The reason we're going to read them is that we don't want to leave you in a doubt. We want to clearly read out every conversation and position about each of these two leaders. Remember, Kofa is a speaker. Somebody want me to say Kofa was a speaker. But remember, Kofa is a speaker. I'm speaking in a position where Kofa had the authority when he spoke. And James Cole also had the authority, and he got the authority when he also spoke. So Kofa as a speaker and James Cole as the acting chairman on rules, order, and administration, a position Hikali from Bond County, Representative Marvin Cole, previously served prior to his suspension by the majority bloc. Now, we move on. This is Representative James Cole memo, but it's so let me read the speaker on. No, let me read James Cole on first. Yeah. The Honorable House of Representatives, Capitol Hill, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So, to all directors and assistant directors, sectional heads, subject as contained below, date November 20th. It was like 2 days ago when Representative James Cole cited them that today, Friday, they should go for the acquaintance meeting. We present compliments and which to inform directors, deputies, assistants, directors, and sectional heads of the Honorable House of Representatives that by directive of the acting chairman on Rules, Orders, and Administration, Honorable James P. Kohler, you are hereby cited to an acquaintance meeting on Friday today, February 22nd, 2024, in the chambers or conference, in the conference room, first floor at the precise hour of 11 a.m. So, in view of the above, you are hereby requested to be present and in time. Please take note and act accordingly. So this happened this morning, but we thought to bring it to know the engagement on Capitol Hill right now, because I told you earlier there are diverse views and mixed reactions about the removal of Speaker Kofa. Now, Speaker Kofa wrote, the Honorable House of Representatives, Capitol Building, Office of the Director, Human Resources, okay, the human resource, coming from the human resource, all directors, deputies, assistant directors, and sectional heads, subject, revocation of previous meetings, invitation, date, September, let's say November 21, that was yesterday, 2024, by directive of the Speaker of the 55th Legislature, Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, a planned acquaintance meeting scheduled by Representative James Kohler for Friday, November 22nd, 2024, in the conference room, first floor, with directors, deputies, assistants, assistant directors, and sectional heads, is hereby canceled. Please take note and act accordingly. So the reason I thought to bring this one is that Chimbaya, I think his name is Chimbaya Briggs Jr. Chimbaya Briggs Jr. is indecisive at the moment. The acting chairman on Rules, Orders, and Administration earlier gave him an instruction to write a memo, and he had a place of citing all of the directors, deputy directors, sectional heads to an acquaintance meeting with the acting chairman on Rules, Orders, and Administration. Then, in several hours, the speaker will call him again, instructing him to do a memo canceling the meetings between the directors, assistant directors, and sectional heads, between the assistant directors with Representative James Kohler. Now, here's the issue. The Human Resource Director, Briggs is the one in serious, indecisive, position. The reason I will use the word indecisive is that it places anyone in a position where you don't want to lose a job, but then you want to act accordingly, but you don't know as to whether the way you're acting is the way your boss or bosses will need it. Briggs is the Human Resource Director at the House of Representatives. So as a director, he has the burden to cite everyone, especially coming from the angle of the chairman on Rules, Orders, and Administration. So again, the chairman on Rules, Orders, and Administration is also subject to the speaker. So if the chairman on Rules, Orders, and Administration, who is subject to the speaker, will give an instruction, and the speaker comes back and give another instruction, it places the director of human resource in a difficult situation and a position, very difficult to handle, and I don't know of how it's going to end, because the current majority bloc that yesterday had their election and they brought on a new speaker, which they are no longer regarding Representative Kofa or Speaker Kofa. I will refer to him as Speaker Kofa because up to now I have not seen anything from his angle as a resignation, despite the majority bloc coming up and having another speaker election on yesterday. So we as journalists, it is burden upon us to tell you exactly what unfolding better than to opinionate the issue. I don't want to tell you that I'm siding with the majority to tell you that the majority got all legitimate right to come on and say because the election they had was legitimate or it was not legitimate. No, I don't have that legal right. But they came out. So exactly what they came out with yesterday will be what I will speak to. So what has happened previously in the legislature will also be what I will be speaking to. Kofa remains a speaker through our conversation. Why? Because we have not received a communication to legitimate that Kofa has resigned or to be signed by, I don't know whether the chief clerk is the one to sign or whoever, from the legislature to tell us that Kofa has officially been removed from his position, despite the executive will do business officially by submitting the national fiscal budget to the majority bloc. So it places the human resource director in a difficult position. Let's consider it to be any of you could be in that position. I don't know this director, but I'm speaking in a capacity where they place him in the position to just speak to issues will be difficult. Why? Because the human resource director will not want to function 100% in favor of Kofa, given the doubt why if Kofa lost the position to the majority, if I just continue taking side with Kofa, majority will not want to work with me because they feel maybe I have disrespected them. And he also comes back and places in a position where why if the majority wins the issue, then Kofa will also think that, I have disrespected him, or majority bloc will feel that I disrespected them, that's why I follow Kofa. So it places the human resource into a difficult position. But we're going to speak with Emmanuel too. That which I want to talk to Emmanuel to give us the happenings, because we are informed that he was on Capitol Hill today, so he can give us the detail about how it all ended today, especially with the human resource issue. So from there, we're trying to establish contact with him, and from there we'll move on. This is a serious issue on the Capitol Hill. We move on. 2 days ago, Judge Blamo Dixon denies raid filed by the government prosecutor. We have followed these issues, which almost all of the radio stations follow the issue and had it discussed, as people will have their position on the issue. That is, are you for or you against? And if you are not for, if you are not against, people think that you are against the state. And certain group of people feel that if you are against, they think that you are against the progress of our country. And it doesn't work like that. So the Judge Blamo will come down. Judge Blamo will come down with a ruling, or will come down with a denial of raid filed by the government prosecutor. And this is coming from the Women Voices newspaper. Judge Blamo is the one who has been handling this issue, comes from Code C, Criminal Code C. Prior to this one, several of the former officials of former President George Weah government were accused, of economic sabotage and several other crimes. And then their lawyer will file in a bond, something people from pro-government or who feel and understands that these people actually calculated or misappropriated these forms that the government is accusing them of, will come out and say these people are to be arrested, hung up, and sent to jail. Then certain group of people will say, if you say these people should be hung up and sent to jail, what is your standing? If so, this all bow to the Unity Party people and the CDC people. Then among the Unity Party people and the CDC people, they got a certain group of people who are not in support of either of them. So the Women Voices newspaper will come out. George Blamo Dixon has denied 2 separate writs filed by government prosecutors in the ongoing trial involving former government officials Samuel Tuwe, Jefferson Camo, Yanti Twain, and others from the administration of former President George Weah. The case of former Minister Tuwe, along with ex-National Security Advisor Jefferson Camo and former Solicitor General Counselor Yanti Twain, D. Moses P. Cooper, former acting financial controller of the Financial Intelligence Agency, FIA, and Stanley S. Ford, former Director General of the FIA, were charged with multiple crimes, including economic sabotage, fraud, and criminal conspiracy. During the argument, Masorado County Attorney Richard Scott, representing the prosecution, requested writs of Sabina Deus Ticon and Sabina and testify for Liberia Revenue Authority LRA Commissioner General Dobojala. The prosecution argued that Commissioner Jala's testimony and clarification were crucial in demanding the validity of the surety bond filed by the defendants team on behalf of the accused. However, the defendant's lead lawyer, Councillor Arthur Johnson, opposed the motion, citing Chapter 63 of Liberia's Civil Procedural Law and Chapter 13 of the Criminal Procedural Law. He argued that the validity of a surety bond is matter for the court to decide, not a subject requiring third-party testimony. Johnson emphasized that such a determination falls on the jurisdiction of the presiding judge. Following arguments from both sides, Judge Dixon ruled in favor of the defendants. He denied the prosecution's writ and upheld the defendant's surety bond. Judge Dixon clarified that under Liberian law, the prosecution may challenge the sufficiency of the surety bond by filing in a notice of exceptions within there of 3 days the bond approved. The prosecution may file a notice of exception, after which the surety shall appear before the prosecutor or the court for examination. If the court finds the surety sufficient, the bond will endorse. If not, another surety must be provided, Judge Dixon stated. Judge Dixon further referred Article 21D, one of the Liberian Constitution, which guarantees that all accused persons are entitled to bail. He noted that the excessive bail must be imposed by Article 21D2. The judge stressed that the defendants, as former officials, are entitled to constitutional protections and due process under the law. In conclusion, Judge Dixon denied the prosecution's writ and granted the defendants bond allowing the accused to remain on bail. He gave the prosecution 72 hours to present any further evidence on argument before the court. This case, involving prominent figures from the previous administration, has drawn significant public attention, highlighting the balance between justice and the constitutional right of the accused. The trial continued at Criminal Court C in Monrovia. So the case stay in court. But here is the position. You know, when we all heard about former finance minister being accused of economic sabotage, fraud, and you name the rest, certain Liberians just felt that Samuel Tuer indeed is the cause of Liberia being behind today. And then certain group of Liberians felt that the people feel that they're in government, it means they can do anything to any of the citizens and go scot-free, and feel that they can just put anything on you because you come from government. There's certain group who will sit down and read and analyze between, people who are shifting these things on a party basis, will sit and say people are opinionating these things, void the Constitution. But if we have to go through the Constitution, we have to give them the due process. Even if someone in government steals, it doesn't mean today you come and grab the president and just carry them straight to jail. No, the president will have to be given a due process. Something the pro-speaker Kofa blood will request for from the majority blood. The person who has been accused will have to be given a due process. So the due process will be given to an individual who is accused. And when they say a due process, that means they will give you time to come up with your lawyer, come and defend yourself. And in the process, you have to file in your bond. The bond will be able to help and tell the people that, yes, indeed, if I am wrong or guilty of this thing, and just in case in the process, if I escape, you'll hold this collateral. That's the bond. But in the case where I am not guilty and I gave a bond, after the case is I'm not guilty, I think bond is refundable. So when we heard about this thing about Samuel Tuer, many of us ran with it in the public space. Oh, we told y'all, Samuel Tuer then stole the people money. Now Samuel Tuer going to Ivory Coast. Samuel Tuer then come back to Liberia. That was the talk of the town. People will run with issues. Yeah, we told them. The people's quantum. The people in Besso, they stole the money. Yes, we yet to know that the people stole the money. So the prosecutor now is asking the accused, or the accuser, to bring the substantial documents or evidence to prove that indeed these people are actually convicted on what we accusing of them, or they are guilty on what we are accusing of them, and these are the evidence. So the judge, because sometimes in Liberia, the judiciary will be pulled. They will not be pulled physically, but mentally and environmentally, they will be pulled. You know how they're going to be pulled? Environmental wise, they are in the government cycle. The executive will push an issue and everybody looking at it coming from the president's angle, and if you say that true, everything that comes from the president are true. So people, the common people who don't have the means of understanding the actual issue will sit and listen between the government and the common people, how it proceeds or it goes. Then they will come out and pray that journalists should go there and analyze, figure out where the sticking issues coming from. So when Samuel Tuer was being accused that they invest for money, economic sabotage, fraud, and other crimes, certain Liberian people, he said, yes, we told them that they stole the money. Now the judge. So it is burden upon the accuser now to prove beyond all reasonable doubt, provide no evidence. Proof, yes, these are the evidence to prove that Samuel Tuer, what we accuse him of, these are evidence, and the judge will look at the mandate too and look at it substantial enough and say yes, that true or that lie. Given the position of somebody to own a lawyer, if they can defend against what the people will come up with as an evidence, then means they will come up with a verdict and determine that yes, Tua is guilty or not. That's a very good one. So the judge, Dixon, I think Dixon sound. You don't want to be pushed by political pressure. The judiciary, they got some Google people there. Yeah, I'm not saying this to say I'm in support of Tua or I'm in support of the government. No, I'm in support of the right thing to be done. That's all. So we move on to people who have come on. Prince Morris writes and said, Mr. Jua, all the best, bro. Thank you, Prince. And this person, is it Maretta Vani, following you from Gardnersville Patients Sport. And earlier I said Yapawulo Dennis writes and said, following from Konola, my Gibi County. Emmanuel M. Cummins writes and said, following from my Gibi County, Sugar Hill community. And Honorable Boyman Passaway will write and say, I'm following you from Wiyala, District 5, Margibi County. Thank you all for coming on. And then we move on to another issue. So before we move on to this issue, the cash giveaway is on. Those of you who want to play and be a successful winner of our cash giveaway, you dial star 799 star 20 hatch, you okay, and stand to win 20,000 Liberian dollars. But here is it. You have to play with 200 Liberian dollars from your mobile account. Okay? Yeah, that is substantial enough so you can win your money. So we hold you there and we move on to our next issue. Kofa out, Kun in as Capitol Hill controversies depends. So on yesterday, we had an issue. The Liberian people are at a stage or at a crossword where you will stand to wait for a direction, or you will stand and see how the road is clear before you cross. It's a crossword. Pedestrian go and stand there. So the citizens are being placed at a crossword. So the crossword now in this one has to do with, where are we? Are we going to Speaker Kofasa? Are we accepting Speaker Richard Kun, who was elected yesterday on web ballot by the majority bloc? Where are we? This is where the citizens are positioned. And then, because you know why we are positioned in this direction, we don't have the full and direct authority to just make up things happen in a Jeffrey. Because we channel our grievances through certain group of people we elected and call them legislature. So these legislators are the ones to discuss our grievances and come back to us and make us understand that according to the law, because they will interpret it to us, that these grievances are to be addressed like this, and the executive will look into it like this, the judiciary responded to it like this, and here we are. Up to now, we yet to know. We yet to know. So on yesterday, the majority bloc, we all been following the issue on Capitol Hill. It has been very heated on Capitol Hill, something that nobody would just sit and render an individual decision over the masses. Legislative politics on Capitol Hill is quite different from what we think we understand in our area. So it appears difficult and hard to understand. So let me inform you that Orlando Coleman will be my guest by 4 Orlando calling me will be my guest. Maybe I'm trying to do the adjustment here because we need to talk to our correspondents, and afterward, then we will move to Orlando. So Orlando will be my guest by 3:30. So on yesterday, the guys went on Capitol Hill, the majority block, because from the initial stage, we have had a majority block and the speaker block. The guys in majority will consider themselves to be the majority because they think that they are in numbers and they can do anything they think it is substantial. Why? Because in their opinion or in their rules, they will say majority has the absolute power to run up decision. And many of their fellow lawmakers will subject themselves to the majority block following the executive doing business with the majority. So several other Liberians will have diverse views on that and will come back and say the president is one of those who orchestrated the fight against Fonati. Some will come out and say the Unity Party people are the ones who orchestrated or who caused or initiated the fight against Fonati. Seditions will come out with diverse views too as well, and they will say their fellow seditions who they elected as lawmakers on their party are the cause for Fonati to be battled for the speakership. That's why you see a bulk of them are going against Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala. They are going against Representative Clarence Gann, the Public Account Committee Chair. They're going against Marcus Thomas from District 4, and they're going against Representative Sam Coker of Nimba County. They are also going against several other lawmakers who feel that they cannot dance at the tune or feel that the speaker has breached protocol of their law. So since the speaker has breached protocol, they feel threatened, they feel insulted, they feel disobeyed as an institution, that is the legislature. And several days back or weeks back, they will come out with their position that they don't want the speaker anymore. Something which they signed a resolution. And the day of reading the resolution in the chamber, the speaker was out of the country. He traveled with the president in Italy, and they were being denied access to the chamber by the suspended Representative Marvin Cole of Bone County, Chair on Rules, Orders, and Administration. So since they were being denied, bulk of them will come out and say, people are saying we should do the speaker a due, let's say we should accord him a due process. And then they are saying the very day we had our resolution to have had it read in chamber was the day Marvin Cole denied us. And since Marvin Cole denied us, and our rule says in the absence of the speaker, the deputy speaker will preside. Had it not been Marvin Cole interruption or denial of us accessing the chamber, we would have read our resolution. The deputy speaker would have presided over the section that day. Our resolution would have been read, and upon the arrival of the speaker, he will recuse himself and go through the investigation. But because we are being denied as a majority by the chair, the suspended chair on rules, orders, and administration, afterward, we saw Representative Frank Safoko, who came in and started chanting battle cry, something that led to the stoning of the deputy speaker convoy on Capitol Hill, something very immature that occurred. They would describe as, they said they would not come back to say they will give any order or second due, accord to the speaker, but rather to proceed with his removal. And this thing has prolonged and has trailed, has paraded in the corridor of the Capitol Hill. So a lot of the lawmakers, followers, will have their position. You know, many of the guys who will support a lawmaker will have the position statement based on how they think their lawmaker following the issue and think how they feel they can benefit from the entire removal of the speaker. And some will feel also that if we all subscribe to the removal of the speaker, what do we stand to benefit? Some will come in and say, if I distance myself from the speaker removal, what do I also stand to benefit from COFA? So many Liberians will come in and say, the whole process is not actually about the Liberian people, but it's about these very lawmakers themselves. There you see people will say, the speaker, all the things the speaker doing, the speaker told the guys that he want to audit the house and they are insisting. And then others will come in and say, the speaker, we listed several quants against the speaker yet to address them because we will not give him a due time, because the time we have to have addressed these issues, he was not in country, and besides, we are denied by the chairman on rules, orders, and administration. So they said they can go back, they can revert, but instead they will progress. And on yesterday, May Day, they declared the seat vacant. The speaker seat, they declared the speaker seat vacant. Something that when the speaker seat is vacant, lawmaker who will have the interest in contesting will apply to contest. When you are nominated by your colleagues, whoever is nominated, and then election will go on. Whoever is elected as a speaker will steer the affairs of the legislature for the required time. So on yesterday, the majority bloc, the guys who broke from the speaker, but they are still in the legislature and felt that they can sit under the gavel of the speaker for Nati, but instead they are to have their own block and section, something they've been having in the joint chamber, where they've been, and they cited several other ministers and directors, including Francis Nimali, the internal affairs minister, the director of water and sewer, Mo Ali, he was also there, and they also thought to do business with several other ministers, and they cited other ministers. Other ministers went there. So the executive had the budget, something that drew the attention of the Liberian people, especially people who think and feeling that, yes, the executive should be the last to take decision, especially when they are to take decision in accordance with the law of our country. So the executive reached a point where they were indecisive as well. So the indecisiveness comes about, how does the executive submit a budget to either of these branches? Let's say the groups, the pro-COFA and anti-COFA. Pro-COFA has to do with the post-operating COFA, but they don't have the quorum. The 37 lawmakers, you need to have 37 lawmakers to have a quorum. So when we talk about quorum, the 37 lawmakers will have to be, they want to make a decision. When you hear people talking about the minority can compel, this is where they come in to say the minority can compel. So when you have the 37 can compel the rest of the guys to come to section when they have the quorum. But Speaker COFA had not been able to have the quorum. Then the guys who grouped themselves and called themselves the majority had not also been able to have the 49, that is the two-third majority, to remove the speaker. So that has been a long-standing battle between the majority and the speaker bloc. So certain group of Liberians will sit and say, these guys are doing these things because of their own interest. Some will come in and say they are advocate. They come in and they want you to understand why the people doing these things and how Liberians stand to suffer from their action. They will tell you the ticket issue about the budget will serve as an impediment to the growth of Liberia in 2025. And now the budget has been passed and so that is submitted to the majority bloc. Now, here's the issue. Had it not been the submission of the budget to the majority bloc, I'm speaking without favor, and I'm like speaking to tell you that I'm not speaking because I'm supporting majority blood or supporting Speaker Kofa's side. No. The reason today we have reached this point where you see a lot of lawmakers left from the blood of Funati and went to the majority is because of the budget. The fiscal year budget 2025 was submitted by the executive to the legislature. They submitted the budget to the majority blood. So it closes all of the arguments. That means the executive branch of government, headed by the President Joseph Boakai, have agreed to do business with the majority instead of the speaker. So even if Funati will continue being in the position as a speaker, 100 years, if it even required by their law, Funati will not do business in accordance with his position with the executive or with any other institution, including the judiciary. So the executive submitted the budget to the majority blood, something that suppressed a bulk of the lawmakers living from the blood of Funati Kofa and had to cross over because why? They need their affairs to be addressed. But we think it's a coward. No one appears to be a coward in the sense that if you want to distance yourself from the majority bloc who got the fiscal budget, your activities in your district will not be included. Things you have highlighted or submitted will not be captured in the budget because they will step on you and feel that you are anti to the bloc. So in a trim of an eyes, DJ Blue represented Bonar of District 17 Cross. Later represented Zina Noah Cross. Later on, discussions was between, I think, Representative Ellen Ator and the rest of the crew. People crossed over. So on yesterday, the seat of the speaker was declared vacant. So Representative Richard Kuhn of District 11, Mosorado County, contested or applied. Yeah, contested for the position, and he won a white ballot. So the majority installing or swearing in office with no delay on yesterday. So as we speak right now, Richard Kuhn is considered as a speaker of the 55th National Legislature. Funati Kofa is also considered as a speaker of the 55th National Legislature. Where are we, Liberians? Funati had not resigned. The majority bloc have gone on electing a new speaker on a basis where the budget was submitted to them and they said they received 51 signatures that gave them the authority to remove the speaker and have a speaker election. So according to them, the 51 signature they had, those who signed the resolution, they went in accordance with the majority bloc rules and they voted Kofa out and elected Richard Kuhn in on yesterday. So fellow Liberians, this is where we stand. The speaker of Funati Kofa on yesterday ran to the Supreme Court back again with his writ of mandamus. So here is the issue, fellow Liberians. We need to be serious about issues occurring in our country, not just because we think somebody want to run and do things, somebody want, feel that it should go like this. Had the issue of this speakership lasted for more than 2-3 months, the economic status of our country will have reached a hot stage where no money in the country. But then when it reaches this point, the executive will have to suspend, that is the president, will have to suspend a portion of the Constitution because you need the country to run. So in a view of several other Liberians, they will write and say, based on the suspension or the power given the president to suspend portion of the Constitution to do business so that the Liberian people can continue with the active service. The president suspended the business with Kofa and did business with the majority because the president felt doing business with the majority will give are due to the economic status of our country. Now, Speaker Kofa will also come up with issue. The draft budget was submitted to the chief clerk. Chief clerk took it to Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala. Thomas Fala had it kept. Now they got Speaker elected, sworn into office, Richard Kuhn. So the budget now is going to be placed before the Speaker, Richard Kuhn. So what is the position of Speaker Kofa? Is he going to resign, or has he resigned, or what is actually the article the majority bloc rely on that they will quote to us Liberians to legitimate their statement or position in electing Richard Kuhn on yesterday? I'm not against, I'm not for, but I'm for the Liberian people. We need to know. Actually, we need to know. Because this thing has plunged serious argument in almost every gathering you go. You have pro-Kofa, anti-Kofa, anti-Kofa, pro-majority. So people want to know what is the standing of Kofa. Now Kofa going back to the Supreme Court. Prior to him running back to the Supreme Court and decision made by the majority bloc, ECOWAS came. They had mediation between the majority bloc and Kofa bloc, and they came up with a ruling that the majority should come back to the Chuma and submit their grievances or quans against Kofa. Kofa will recuse himself, Thomas Fala will resign, and they will investigate Kofa. And after the investigation, if Kofa is guilty, Kofa will go out and they will proceed with their activities. Majority bloc came and said, no, they have already said Kofa don't have the authority. Besides, he don't have the moral ground to preside over them as a legislator. So since he don't have the moral ground to preside, therefore they are under no obligation or agreement with any other law or a body that will come in to mitigate, to ask them to go and sit under the gavel of Speaker Kofa. And they said no, they could not. And they resisted. They said no, they did not. Now we have Richard Kuhn as a speaker. We have Kofa as a speaker. Who is the legitimate speaker? In an opinion, somebody say Richard Kuhn is a speaker. Why? Because the president has already started doing business with the majority. So doing business with the majority tells the people that the majority bloc is legitimate. So since the president Joseph Boakai has submitted the budget to the majority, it means any other person coming from that angle is legitimate. So fellow Liberians, in understanding, it appears that Richard Kuhn is a legitimate speaker in a sense, because the legislature is in crisis. The executive has supported a portion of the legislature. That means executive in accordance with that bloc. It means we should do business with the majority bloc. That's how it indicates, fellow Liberians. So somebody will ask, where are we? Is it Speaker Kofa or Speaker Richard Kuhn? So we're going to go to the line now and get a reaction on these few things we discussed. We come back, we discuss the budget. Then we talk about, like I told you, the big five budget surpasses the imagination of the downtrodden masses as 10.6 million. Representative Moema Briggs Mensah of District 6, Bone County, appears as an ungrateful species following her distinctive position on the embattled Speaker Kofa issue on Capitol Hill. We're going to come back. So we want to go to the line and get a reaction, but before we go to the line, we read a few other comments right here. This person comes on, is this Samsonic or Samponic? His name is Sonponic. Samponics. Yeah. Samponics, Sanicious, right, and say, my first time. You sound far, balanced, and educative, like that. Okay, he says his first time. I don't know whether first time listening to the show or it is his first time hearing me being balanced. Mangio This person, Mangil Barclay, last name spelled Gbagalay. He writes a good afternoon, voice of Liberia. I'm following from Bassa Quato, Vonchama City, Lofa County right now. Andrew Tucker writes and says, I'm watching from Kakata City, and I am very proud of you, brother Edwin Vermin. Thank you for coming on too. And this person, Madina Japo writes and says, Speaker Kofa has lost intimacy. I don't know, let's say legitimacy. Sorry, he says Speaker Kofa lost legitimacy. So sad. And this person, Stephen Salah, writes and says, Joa, did the majority blood go through the rules of the legislature? Okay, he's asking question. And he comes on again and writes and said, the president is not the law of the republic. Doing business with the majority as a president doesn't mean that he's doing the right thing. Jonathan Pelele School of Journalism say following. Okay, and Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. I'm sure Bobby is the one who controlling that page. So I want to say thank you ever so much. We're going to go to the line now and get to reaction. 0770-907-907. Several other issues we discuss. You can have a say on this one. Who is the legitimate speaker as we come back? Keep playing the cash giveaway star 799 star 20 hatch. Okay, play with $200 Liberian dollars and get in the draw to win yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name and where you join us from?
This is David King. I could join you from the
David King, let's hear you.
Yes. For the first time, I was disagree with you.
No, not an issue. What's the disagreement?
Okay. You are not know. This country is a country of law. All the things that you said, the people who call majority, they didn't follow the rules or the constitution.
No. Listen. What did I say? Listen. What did I say that you are in contrary of?
Okay. You said the president have to suspend the constitution because you have to do the business of the Liberian people.
At an emergency stage, listen to me now. At an emergency stage of a country, every president will have to suspend the portion of the country not running smoothly to act accordingly to solve the problem. That is, listen to me now. Listen to me. Let's reference this to the Ebola crisis, the Ebola and the Corona. We suspended portion of the constitution that had to do a free movement, and we pull carefully for people after 3 o'clock. You have to go to bed. No, listen to me. Listen to me now. Listen to me. Yeah. I told you that the president will have to suspend a portion of the constitution if they sees it posing a threat on the economics. Listen to me. Had the legislature continued the crisis on Capitol Hill, following that, the executive will remain indecisive. Who to submit the budget to? They can submit it to COFA, they can submit it to majority blood. The fiscal year budget needs to be scrutinized or investigated or looked into by the legislature and have it passed before 2025. So listen to me, if the crisis continue on Capitol Hill up to January or February, how would the national budget of 2025 be passed? So that way I said the constitution has to be suspended by the president, and that portion was being suspended, and the president will have to use his wisdom. It's not bounding to do business with COFA or to do business with the majority. It leaves with the president to use his wisdom and solve the problem in order to see that if I do the business with COFA, how would they result to and what the Liberian post stand to benefit? That way I said the president will have to suspend portion of the constitution. Then you telling me no?
Let me come in. The president don't have the right to suspend the constitution.
All right, thank you, David King. You can contribute on some shows, but not the other topic today. Hello. Good afternoon. Your name, where you join us from? Your line is bad. Hello. Your line is bad. I wouldn't keep you on. I know you want to make a meaningful contribution. Hello. Your name, where you join us from? Hello. Oh, this line is the network is very, very, very bad. Hello. Okay, let me take this thing. We're working on the line, my people. I know your call continue coming through. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Yeah, your name and where you come from? Yeah, Jim, let's hear you. All right. All right, sir. Thank you for your point. Hello. 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 Your line by your name and where you come from?
Yeah, all my time. You said something. So now I'm talking with you in the line. Why couldn't you be talking with me?
No, because no. Listen, you got a lot of people who want to make their opinions felt or heard. So yeah, but you going contrary. You going contrary. Yeah, but if I don't have to agree with your view, you just go and give your view. So you're not have to go and tell me say, oh, I mean, error to tell you say the president has the right.
Let me say this to you.
The president office is the highest office in the republic.
I know very well that I don't believe in the rule of law. Those LCA officials, they represent that right on the law, and there's a waka went and suspended the people, appointed people in a
Hey, David King, this is not what we're discussing right now. We're discussing about issues on the Capitol Hill.
That is no that this country, reaching of Capitol Hill coming down, there is no law in the country. Country is a lawless country because there's a waka base. We have seen these things. That becomes waka.
All right, thank you. You made your point. Let's hear another person. Hello. 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 Your line is bad. Your name and where you join us from? Hello.
Yeah, hello. It's okay now.
Yeah, it's okay. Let's hear you. Your name and where you join us from, sir.
Okay.
Your name?
You see, Afina.
Okay, Afina. Let's hear you, sir.
Thank you very much. You know, we are joking in this country here. What has happened is that so are the capital here. Maybe so. People doing bad actions, just for your own sake, and you want to recognize the system like people is there.
Yeah.
If you made up what do you like it?
Thank you, man. Your line is not too good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. You made your point at least. Hello. Yeah, your name and where you come from? Hello. Yeah, let's hear you.
Another day when you woke up, to do like this, you business. Yeah, no, you got him not in there. But every night in the cause, you got the Majaw, the wife, she don't know it. Sometimes they were experiencing something. But President taking it, he cracked, presenting it to the majority black. He was there, she cracked it. And they want for me and I agree small by you saying the body and go to the majority black. What they cracked. And I did now the minute when it's yeah, by that. But then, just and I think thank you very much for that.
All right, thank you. The network, I'm like embarrassed. Hello?
Yes. Good afternoon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's hear you.
Okay, thank you. My name is Matthew from Nimba County.
Let's hear you.
Yes. Since President Joseph Walker shared it that he not yet to business as usual. And so I think it would be good for the rules of law and to see for the 2020 as businesses. So we do business with the majority block. Mind you, that what happening today happened to him.
I know they line, yeah. I know the Orange network. My people, it seems to be the network giving problem from all angles, not just voice of Liberia line. Yeah, I'm trying something from my own line here too. It's not going through. I know. Yeah. So our cash giveaway is on. We're giving out 20,000 Liberian dollars. Olan Coleman going to be our guest shortly. The cash giveaway is on star 799 star 20 hatch. You okay? Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 and get in the draw to win yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. So you're gonna play with 200 and stand a chance to win 20,000 Liberian dollars. So this is how we're gonna do it. We'll have bonus draw. The bonus at 10,000. So if you play 2 times in row, automatically it qualifies you to be in the draw for the bonus. So this is the possibility. When you play and win the bonus, there is a possibility of also winning the regular of 20,000. So both that it could be 30,000 for your 200 or your 2 times entry you play right here. So the time is yours. Opportunity afforded you. You can try it, and we'll come back. We take the draw. Star 799 star 20 hatch. Okay. Play with 200 Liberian dollars and get in the draw to win yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars right here. So we going to take a break. Our line, we're trying to work on the line, but it's not working. I want to call the technician. Dante will have to come and look at the line, and as it unfolds, we take break. We're going to take a break and be back. While Dante will work on the line, we'll come back with our guest, Orlando Coleman, Liberian journalist who comes from Bond County, and we're going to discuss national issues. And after then, we'll come back. We discuss the budget of the Big Five, and some of you are aware of the Big Five. When we talk about the Big Five, you already know. You already know what we're talking about. So we're going to take the break while Dante will work on our line, because we don't want to be taking line from our next section. Then it creates problem. Yeah. But keep playing the cash giveaway. Star 799 star 20 hatch. Okay. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 and get in the draw to win 20,000 Liberian dollars. Or you play 2 times in row and put yourself in the bonus of 10,000 Liberian dollars. So if possible, you win your bonus. Just play 2 times. That's all. Play 2 times in row. You stand to be a bonus winner. And at the same time, we'll still be in the draw for the 20,000 Liberian dollars. So when we come back from the break, we will pick the first bonus present. Star 799 star 20 hatch. Okay. Play with 200 Liberian dollars and get in the draw to win your 10,000 Liberian dollars bonus and be in the draw for your regular 20,000 to make it 30,000 this afternoon. We take a break and be back quickly as we adjust all of our lines here.
Whoa, 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 whoa. you try, but you cannot satisfy everyone. There are people who got to talk. Life is a process. You leave from one stage and go to the other. From there, you go to another. Every stage you reach, you hear a different song. But you got to keep dancing, yeah, according to the rhythm. As long as there is life, there is hope. So keep your head up, my brother. Just keep moving on. Just keep on. Keep on. Keep on. Your time will come. Your time will just keep on. Keep on. Trying. Your time will come. Your time will come. They underestimate you because of the present condition, but the downfall of a man, hey, it's not the end of this life. Then, who jobless, no man conquers. When it's time, you gonna shine. They will always have things to say. Some will call you good for nothing. Just know that you are good for something. Yeah. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. Just wake up, and keep moving. Just keep on. Your time. Don't be afraid. Just keep on trying. Your time.
Okay, so just keep on trying. Something that your luck will come. You never tell at what time. At what time you never tell that indeed your luck will come. Your luck will come. Certainly, your luck will come. So let me tell you, the last segment will be where we'll discuss about the big five budget surpasses the imagination of the downtrodden masses. The big five has to do with the president, the speaker, the deputy speaker, the Senate pro tem office as well. And then the last section will be where we'll talk about the Representative Muhammad Brice Mensah of District 6, Bond County, appears as an ungrateful species following her position on distancing herself from the removal of Funati Kofa and remain or considering herself as neutral person in the fight. So we reached to that point. Like I told you, Olino Colimilin comes from Bond County, and he's going to be our guest. And indeed, we are here to let you know several things happening across Liberia. We're trying to figure out our guest, Orlando Colimlin, and as soon as we get set with him, Dante, all efforts on the line, I think we'll only use Lone Star this time around. The orange line is not too good, so we'll use only the Lone Star.
Showing your allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation, Liberia. The flag of Liberia is flying all the time. Showing allegiance, showing loyalty to this nation, Liberia. The star is for republic, the blue sea is for black people. We know Liberia is our home. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11% of people we are known as First Republic. The Lone Star shining evermore. It's flying all the time. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation, Liberia. If my people who are over money, we humble themselves and seek my face, I will rise and heal their nation. Liberia will rise again. Nations will come to your rising. I prophesy. Kingdom will come to your life. Together, let's keep the peace. Cause in unity we will build our nation. Arise, Liberia. Arise,
Okay, so we want to say thank you for rejoining us. It's good that we come back. It's good that we come back right here on the show. Okay, so it's good that we come back and then we have a guest in the studio already, Orlando Colimini, who comes from Bone County, and of course we're going to talk a lot about some national and international issues or local or national issues. Don't get it wrong. It might be your interest or not your interest. Sorry, we are not here to speak directly about your interest, but rather what the Liberians people are faced with. Orlando, what's up?
Thank you. It's good. Thank you.
Come again. I'm like trying to figure out how the whole thing is like. Yeah. Yeah, I think you much better.
Thank you.
Okay.
That
Yeah, trying.
would be interesting. I'm hearing.
Okay. Okay. I say so. we're trying to work out things. Yeah,
Thank you. Yes, it's much. Thank you so much.
it's okay now.
And it's good to be with you. Such a time like this, visiting
Okay.
and it's always cool in the media time
Mm.
to see a friend, still with them, conversation, some of it's where you come from. And put you to the team by Sekou Sharif for the work done here. And it's good to be here this after reflect on some issues from where I come. So it's good to appreciate this time of the weekend. We will show up, district or district friends to see with you. It's a privilege to be with you.
Yeah. Obama call time and
All county is very kind. The people themselves doing exceptionally well, upholding the democracy, peace, and I think the people themselves counted above just hospitality and giving certainly with the people of the fellow people just unique.
how are they? How are they enjoying the new government? There is a new government. This by we going approximately 11, 10 or 11. How people are coping?
It's always in the let me tell you, democracy when the position you always will have and hope that the best. So it may not be rose, frank, but I think the anticipation it should be good. That's what everyone prays for. So yes, it would be very individual citizens. So I doing the law they're going about, but they are hoping that things will settle when the dust shall follow being settled. That thing will be on. So if I say individually the citizens, the peace, talking about the business, what have you.
That's good. It's a culture of transition, especially they can people rice or cassava.
Yeah, don't now you go to bank and some are concluding harvests. And so some are concluding harvests. And I say harvesting.
Oh wow! Did you make fun?
No, suddenly, yeah.
Why?
So it's like, no, no, I think, they say the restaurant has come the eye of a restaurant. We don't make it, all chicken. The restaurant will not come with a cup of rice. It's good to go back to the Frank Friday, like a restaurant.
Okay, you did not make. Yeah. So rice. Taking my present. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're good for your rice. Yeah. Not everyone
Yeah.
making.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's certainly. And it's always good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I made the how Rick Maro political misunderstanding on Capitol Hill. Uh, what is the current position of people of South Street or Bond County about this people issue? You know, you know, have cultural practice where they will have the crops, market, when sold to who have come over here parts of land, because over here go there, we do business,
Yeah. Certainly.
and people will also be concerned that maybe money not coming. What is the cause of money coming as well? Yeah.
Yeah. Certainly. Yeah. You asked a very question.
Mhm.
It's always good. It's a question because it's coming You always see doing what you know. Let's 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 someone going to like this is because people you know palm the price market sell one or two things for themselves. So it's always like that.
Okay, so I just thought to bring that because the people in the when they come harvesting after having spent money. So how is the cash in one count given the whole the removal of the spin and some say no, it's not done anything. This-
So,
How is it on the
certainly, you
on
ask a,
the
you ask a question as a president when the office of the capital and the themselves. And for me, since that university as a professional, I cultivate culture of doing a additional. That's why I run on radio to the listeners with me in my area that I love to do things that is proving. That's my orientation field. But when it comes to the major the rural communities is like Liberia military.
okay.
So sense of terrorism, uh, when the capital that is to the survival of the state has part, it means that institutions got to wait till the dust is settled the capital. So in the rural communities, they themselves, I look at capital because it's not a federal state. Where you think every county will be able to do its own funding regularly. So being a anything that is not in maneuver actually affects the rest of the counties. So yeah, the influence of the capital bill is concerned to people that come because unless the government is fully implemented, where every county will have its independence, you raise the domestic revenue, then you pay something to the government. At the time, when there are some rule, not see the people who are counting for it.
Vetted.
But now pass at the capital, it means that my country is wrong. It means that anything that has to come from the government, we have to until that. So if you see something happening at the capital, whether it's right or wrong, for me, I'm not merit and these are all people's knowledge. They know what they're doing. But I'm just the rural area I come from. I'm just seeing it from a governmental standpoint because it's a federal state, meaning that every country regulates. For instance, if it's a bunk out of the capital, it means that what the government comes to that. Bunk county is in a position to raise its revenue. So the impact of the capital building is not the actors, but the people that serve. Any policy developed, those policies at the level of culture to education. Our policies can only be the reality budgetary. So with the just in what they're doing, the rural communities, Apple, no institution is capital building concept. So the impasse is not just at the major place, but the ordinary people are looking at it with key interest. So if you go into this rate, it will be four. Like for me, the system of governance, what is happening, the actors are all there, they know the consultations. So that's what I'm saying, the merit of what they are doing. I'm just looking at it because if the centralized, if the conflict continues, it means that the deep places like Bamukwali, places like
Salary.
Sanoi, don't play because something. That's why passes a law. That law goes to 15 countries. So the thing that's happening at the levels of the capital It's not just, but then because if it is not done, you not see the distribution. For instance, the Minister of Education, every ministry with actually the Minister of Education policy, that policy on education will come to the counter education office. The counter education office tell that to the DO. DO gets it. It means that, but how would the policy with the transition from all of the directors, everybody is to the capital. So with all that happening, it means that all the counties are looking up, saying how to see records where I come from for them. But everyone have prayed that the Dutch that we can see all these across.
Okay, everyone is with the prayer that the doors settle. Now, school has been, and you as a young man from one county is prudent enough is that you do a statistics, given the understanding that you are one of the who are curious about how educational is being implemented in various counties, especially in county. Your honest young men particularly, how do you tend to describe educational sector of one country if you are in the chance to talk about this week and past week of this academic year and last year, especially following the enrollment?
Like yes, that is a operator institution. The enrollment is actually if you see in
This year,
the enrollment and in
estimate.
previous thousands,
Okay.
yeah, critical, even in previous time, enrollment. But to be very frank, you see economic constraint and the issues of our institutions is not just today, is an issue or issues that everyone needs to put a hand on this. That's why I got difficult to understand how the system is like. I have decided I put the development, the country's country district. So that's what, in my opinion, there are issues in my district. I don't drag something. There are something in my county. I don't drag government. Let's say for instance, now one council have projected 700,000 for the development of the county. And recently, county sort of finalized the development planning. All of them were trying to finalize. So in my opinion, sometimes when I say we have decided on it, the House of Legislators will go there. We are, so why sometimes when these are implications, some of the countries they want to drag the issue, but if we try to understand our levels, when it's at the level of the country, we say the country actors are responsible. When it's true, there is all counter citizens. The counter citizens take responsibility. When they allow the district, then the district takes responsibility. What that intends to do is, then we'll be doing, considering, in my opinion, realistic analysis of issues. We'll not be doing accusational issues because maybe you as a as
You see that realistic analysis among the people who are discussing issues, given the fact that bulk of young people now have considered politics.
that's why I don't believe in it. That's my orientation. We're gonna run with a huge follower. I used to tell the truth of our success that one of my quotes. In the Pelican Bible, that's something to say. So I point the truth of our success is better than a lie. So I wrote the program on Tuesday, Wednesday, break on Friday. So if we take our development agenda, our analysis, it means that we issue, not assuming.
Okay.
And that's the listener citizens
Of an assumption. There are people come with reference. So when you are assuming you want to reference something that you saw beautiful or good that you want to reference.
no, Assuming, but in the like,
But it an assumption that which you say this is not a federal, like you said.
Mm.
An assumption is done by an individual. There will be
no,
that
no,
means that means individual is something
mm,
that is how bunker it should be, right?
possibly. That's right. Let me clarify to say raw and behavior. You on the radio cannot be to tell how I can see that assumption. So if you're on the radio, if somebody wants to as a citizen, shall we be the one to have said what I'm saying? Assumption. So if you're on the radio, utterances you determine is a sitting job. I'm left of the district. There is a commissioner in my district, regardless of what the commissioner. If the commissioner commits prayer, to call on someone to join us to prosecute the commissioner is different from accusing. That's the point I'm making. So you already don't think the role is the constitution, but your occupancy cannot calculate by giving to stop. So I'm an individual and as a person. So if we try to acquisition in happening at the level of a district, because a superintendent goes, we go to the then we call the superintendent to come to execution. That's what I'm saying. I said because once you say I did it. That's what I've done. Since I've just caught
Okay.
or someone to prosecute.
So the accusation, right?
Mhm.
Also, the cultural understanding in Liberia. Somebody who want to give a try or maybe test or somebody give try to like politician of the day, right? The accusation the committee behaves.
Mm.
You want to carry him and compel him the president who appointed him as the commissioner might have had or might have known about him.
So when you submit a voice of like higher base on
No, but
so
no, it's
yes,
private sector different from the
no,
government
it's
sector.
I agree.
No, government would be recommended. Government,
Recommended, recommended. You are not recommended.
Mhm.
So if you research mind, you're always just thinking about behavior to put in precaution. You occur to.
Mhm.
I'm a person. If I see here, what's a Liberia? These people to,
Okay.
but the security, meaning the point avoid you occurring of
Okay, now so I want to go back to Reverend the party chairman.
Mm.
Section 8.5, section 8 of the Code of Conduct states a person has been acting for the political position and be involved in governmental affairs. And the president appointed him chairman of the NP authority as so I bring up this. It's not up to the president, right? The recommendation. The president appointed Tappet. Tappet is
Wow. Listen. No, let me the thing. Let me gender driven. Talk about
no,
I'm
you're
saying for instance,
driven.
yeah,
You're trying
I
to
mean, aspire is higher to be. You work in the department. If you ask, so I'm using the CEO.
Yeah.
If the CEO or someone comes, you call the janitor, and you answer this. A quite believing that the man who was in the janitor telling to is for the circle. No, wait, come, why you didn't? The moment you try to reach have a conversation on our community level, at the national level, and make a reading sweep. The moment you call on the manager, these are not practice your conversation, but every conversations in the industry standardized on ground that it means the anything else it needs no. But again, if that attitude is overwhelming and the manager to take action, time in conversation.
Liberia is society driven, right? Without which anyone could go down the system and wanting to work at the pleasure of the employer. In our society,
Now the sweet I will apply.
I said the work. Not only speak, I want to read. Okay, so I want to say, we are in a society. People who are who want to work with the pleasure of. Now, this is contradictory and far beyond what the logic is, right? The logic is that once you come to their terms,
Yes,
right? So working at your will, there's your contract terms and reference. So if you work in reference, that means fine, right? If you work at pleasure, Liberians protected. Working at the will and pleasure of the employer, working at the will of the terms and reference. What I'm saying.
no, the way for me, whenever the authority is given, because the conversation is driven,
No, private.
listen, what have you? For me, as a citizen, the way and pleasure, even in my community, way and pleasure, I don't support negative. That's my personal. I believe that pleasure is our pleasure, the source of it. But that negative of it, me, I'm not a pet. That's how it comes. That was sometimes different feel this. But again, my opinion is in that way. Yeah, I don't hold pleasure. For
Yeah,
me,
you don't with a
for me,
pleasure.
to me, it's labor. That way,
Sometimes goes.
it- I agree. For me, when if it goes negative, then we
You
go.
think in yourself and
Yes, for
with a
me,
pleasure.
I grew up the governance structure, my community is a way and that way and pleasure opinion is to be.
It should be good.
Let me just
All instances.
yes.
Fine.
Let me just to do the fun analysis of the 3 levels or road. My brother, when you in your document, the SRO whosoever will do what forensic per week. They hire you a role. Huh? That behavior that is not for the reason they hire you will come for me when you let it deal. Are you understand? So for people to look at behavior of the ship, again, there are certain times when they deal with you, want to add the institution without legal fields to action. Therefore, me personally, that is in the case. Are you telling me if you say for instance to go for fetch water, that child really go to the machine. What did I say for? If I want to hold that fish in the water, they are called the woman because
Society is
society being well. If I hold you, why do you go to? Then you take that. I'm not accusing your mom to be. I'll hold you ready. Mama can. Did you tell the man to not means that
obvious that
okay,
she
in that case, so long you not you're saying anything she tells you, we agree. But sometimes at the level of even people who are higher than you, that negative outcome, we believe that whether it is an environmental adaptation, we believe that that person leader. Okay, they are environmental adaptation. You can be high, but that mental adaptation will make you change and do something. In me, however, in my orientation. When you commit, you will never the man will say. But then what we if that person up and the person refuses to take a ministerial action, then we say, Lord, but for all to cloud, I will compensate in every action we take. That the man is no, that the person is no. Sometimes we need to think if there's only way we need to move forward. Not try to be specific. Not to commit fair. You don't be to join the gun. You fast to join the gun. Directly you have to know. As a result, there is one at the level of water. Our community will raise up if we accuse the community chair to do. And with the community chair man, he will know. But believe that we have cleared our mind that the community chair or the chairman in the know no matter how the chairman cares that I'm not in the that cannot that chairman will not be trusted. Whenever we have a perception, a perceived case, a debit is dangerous to the success of the state, is dangerous to the community. Because when you perceive, no matter how pressing to whom that perception becomes, even God, that person will not believe. So we need to, look at things from different angles. Let's try to make our, level.
Okay. So we need to look at things differently, level by level. But like I don't know to the perfect time. That's why I always want to work at the flagship. What pleases us is what you want to do at all time.
Why repeat personal orientation? And I say, me, I like to say my way.
No, that's true. That's your orientation. What I'm talking is that this is something you observe over years, not just individual stuff. Yet people want to recommend to join selling so that I can recommend selling some when the person enters, they expect to recommend it. The fact that all the good I record, but then when you end up on the person to offer,
No, listening. If you rather and look at a broad spectrum, most of the issues we are not yet to the cost of issue we raise because we have and continue to populate that causes allegation. For me, I don't fictional stories because a recruitment investigation said it. Like in the past, I don't believe it was dear. Dear me, who said it? Who said it?
so that owe you the capital building, all of that capital building.
Yeah.
The people of county then follow the entire side Capitol Hill, the suspension of
I don't want to be dragged out before it appears I inter media colleagues decided me is wishes to get my county.
on national
I'm a
issues.
rural
On
community.
national issues.
National issue. I think said the three branches. Talk about every community. Right. Is the
No,
the-
yeah,
the
I know.
So
The area, I think
I
I'm
want the point you are
you-
before calculated that it was a calculated. I beg him about it. I know what you want to do. But I come from the
no. I should see what you think
consider
it wouldn't go that route.
off. Let me hear off what you want to raise.
County.
I don't want to be,
No, you wouldn't.
I don't want to be wrapped calculator.
No, you wouldn't be.
To me,
You wouldn't be.
my county opinion issues and sufficient. That's what I to bring us
No. We're not go that route. I think I talk about
yeah.
they have Capitol Hill right now serving as an for the Olympics. everywhere. We earlier mentioned. So I want to know your position, right? You were given to the people to interpret how Capitol Hill has been operated in few days ago. Not an individual, not to talk for an individual
Okay.
law, so not the anchor or maker. But if you were given the chance to talk back to the people of country, former, about the happiness, how you look at the whole so given the angle of the group of themselves, majority, and other people who call themselves far, do you uh, discuss them as well?
And more than the 10,
Mm.
that's why we have locals. When electable went to the cities and the vest into the lawmakers. I will keep seeing it of legislation in the country is whenever it means that implementers become there's no way to be in political. You believe that it goes in. That's why every institution, whether it's every minister has to be led. Internal affairs, superintendent. So every that is in town with all what they are all focused to find a way so that because if the capital building is settled to a passage, the constitution, it means that so we're determined due to effect and to make the will people remember that every major transcribe when the policies to transcribe to reality, it means that it's driven by budget.
Okay,
So what the customers are doing, I said for us, they know what, but the only consideration for like rural communities, right? And I said, we're not running every state to regulate itself, except when all of us local government that will give us semi-federal, in the sense, it was a bomb. Every test will be printed this way because it gives right to each county policies that are subject to national policy. But again, the national legislatures that can call on the passage of the local government. If it becomes effective, every county with their own money, paying what the sort of government, that's not government is still part of it. Sometimes some of these things, normally when the children, all their golf food, and papa doing that, the children, what have you. But if the stomach empty and the mom and the parent have some misunderstanding which they know, then the kids will be wondering what the Cobra will come. It's the same thing happening. So with the political standoff, it's that every institution, directors, commissioners, ministers, all of them now
the
at the
entire
capital.
game has appears to be a blaming game in the sense where I told you the pro-COFA will say the anti-COFA, blog will tend to blame the pro-COFA in the sense that we are at the crossroad. We talk about Liberians right now, given the fact that things are yet to be done constitutionally, given the fact that the majority against COFA will have to do business according to them. They do business with the executive and the executive are doing business with them. They sign of ministers and directors, and now the president or the executive submitted the budget to the majority through the chief clerk. Now, the question here will be: are things stable, or are we seeing things being stable? Are the executive and legislature pursuit of our constitution?
So, understanding the component constitution, it doesn't from understanding interpretation. I'm not a legal luminary, but then the legal luminary with perusers, says what for, what against. That's what I said, and I repeat. But what is happening is that constant of legal interpretation of the Constitution. Article 15 says, I have right to talk. But anything I say, I'm alive for. Who determines the consequence of it? Just a
Even while you're
Yeah.
talking,
Whether I will tell you, acting.
yeah.
For citizen what right to do and what have you. But the system is service. Got right to say, yeah. So you can be moving somewhere, they don't move. So again, one of the why the officers had to go 70, I have to call my leader. He will tell you need what have you before you go. Sometimes these things are quite based on why good players sometimes do orientation. Because if you see something, what they do is orientation. We are going to this place, going uniform. But sometimes you see, they will tell you, sick legal matter. It's not the organizers. You know, they are all different trade. So I'm far off doing the legal interpretation, the social observation all over. You will hear the is incorrect, but the day I will sit to decide the submission was correct, the submission was correct, it's not for as a single citizen. You can say it for now. But if it has to do with legal thing, I don't know legal. Two, legal luminary look at the four.
Okay, so come back. Let me drop you. Initially, I thought to have this discussed as an individual, but then I have to bring up has to do the big five. The big five has to do with the speaker, that's it, the president, the speaker, the protein, the deputy speaker. We're going to drive to the boat.
Yeah.
Yes. Initially, we have in this one, but I'm going to move to the big five. So there's this issue. The budget, the fiscal budget of 2025 has been submitted to the legislature that is on given that you speaker the what I do the one or who they want to tell it to be, but just in case as we move on the issue. So the five, including the president, the vice president, the speaker, the protein and the deputy speaker. In the budget, we were able to read the budget and analyze that president budget has increased 43%.
Mhm.
The vice president budget remains constant. The speaker budget also increased 1.5 to 0.7, 12%, and the opening budget increased from 27, let's say, from 1.4 1.2 million. And Thomas Fowler, the deputy speaker, budget decreased or reduced from 1.2 million to 645,870. Do we see the government making progress in terms of the budgetary allocation for services?
It's good. For which talking lengthily, the system of governance, one of the few teachers
Okay.
giving our kids not to understand the constitution feeling. The law is the law. The law is how it works.
Okay.
If you ask any lawyer, they will tell you the law is the law. It is how it works, it's not how you think. So with the question who gets there, who gets it, acting is still within the confine of the House of Legislature. That's why if we get to understand our system of governance and really be realistic, as I said, to look at issues from a realistic standpoint. So the Minister of Finance and Development plan the budget to this submission. As a citizen of Liberia, and the budget is being submitted to the House of Legislature, that has the right to do finalization before the budget's passage. So they determine, because they have effective oversight on the 50 counties. They have effective oversight. They have oversight district-wise with the representatives. They got oversight, which are the senators, and they got oversight when it comes to the House of Legislature. How does it work? So the House of Legislature has the oversight, as I said, at 3 levels. Joy, you asked a question, I respond to that question. What else is increase? That is something beginning to the House of Legislature. In the unitary state of House, Liberia is a Republican form of government. Anywhere you put it, the only power the executive enjoys at certain level is that power of devolution. That power of devolution is that power assigns to sub-regional boards. In the county, typically enjoy the devolution. The ministers enjoy the power of devolution. But that power of devolution has been empowered by decision of the capital building. So the House of Legislature got 30 senators. And we have a bicameral system. Every instrument to be passed from the House before the president has his signature. Means that they have done the bicameral. So you're telling me the lower house will see it. Then the senators see it. What are they coming to before you see it? And I repeat, as a citizen of this country, that this constitution into 73 days into 15. These representatives are sitting on the bottom. They are looking at imagining they were so if the Minister of Finance developed projects pointed to the plan and pointed to them, any other organization personally, I don't hear because I come from Molotov village. Somebody put the before us. These are the laws. Then we conclude artists. What is not convincing a parent? Because if the board are two types of hearings, furniture, the revenue component. So every appeal but if it comes furniture hearing, every agency legislature. Yeah, what are they doing? You put a document together and say, since we started going to the class, I the 3 branches of orientation, all accountable to this land, say what is the judicial, the executive, what is the for me, I don't know. All I know, I put unit. That unit is state and people. So if the ministers from somebody down is up capital so our camera system, who due diligence. Someone appear from what did they tell you they're convincing? What? Somebody and so for instance, ministry is not personal though. And they should be honest that it's meant for analysis. So before you say, okay, I'm from there, but then I say my increase it, there's that. For me, the thing that has been quite and the last branch, if the budget is submitted to them, it's submitted to the executive of finance lecture, it go to our Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Print that into what there were Google ministers to be accurate. Minister of Finance, Google minister because they have all of that. People who are very counter something to part of that. Determination to speed the progress. So for the concept of determine. So budget go, the capital, but they are the nerve.
So the of president, the president board, the budget as well, and the disagreement of the budget.
Dry, ask me out.
I know.
The daughter.
So I'm saying, I'm telling you now. Do you see anything in the sense that maybe say the president president had an agreement. The deputy and the put
Budget is a,
are
the
coming.
budget.
It's a
So
just.
if the way looking after the justice,
We're speaking from the angle of the executive. You have gone to the legislature. You want to review the budget. Not
a draft,
necessary.
is the draft budget. Draft budget is not a pass.
Yeah, it's not a passage. The legislature will review the budget and accept whether to pass it or not. So what I'm saying is that the executive draft the budget,
Yeah.
right? On to the legislature, yeah, reviewing and concurring.
Yeah.
So the both houses meet and concur on this budget. So the issue here is that, do you see feature wrong with the president and the vice increment in budget and a decrement in the deputy speaker and the protein? That's what I'm asking.
I have the
Political background, the president and vice president, the offices are higher than the other people, the Liberty Party, Thomas Falak, CDC. That's the background.
no for me. I don't do the conversation from the political sense. I'm always doing my the context commentary and the context components. So whether determining enough, I don't go there. That's why I go to the classroom. I tell the student take something from the street, focus on the law is how is not how you think. Whether being increased is up to them to Joanne. I say I want to go find Joanne at the right say three. Joanne, let's talk. You say you agree, I come and go through. So that's why we need common sense of the system. The budget before the budget determine. They could determine in the they can look at the committee. They look at expenditure. Me, I don't know that about basis. County basis. We said this thing just for the social endpoint. So the draft budget is all like projected. That anything want to do here. Go back then, they can pull it in. They got it right.
Reviewing it.
So let me tell you something. Why I said sometimes even some of them when they are saying about something, not understanding about that, they have the conference in the House of Legislation. So they could file a budget, it's a law, then the Senate could pass the version of it. That was the conference meant in the House of Legislation to do analysis, understand. So if the budget, somebody say in the local way, the Senate, sometimes the court committee, the committee will be made up of people from the both houses. They sit together. Okay. The budgets are just the budgets are just. But so the 23%, they make the whole counties being represented. So when the budget, you try to imagine, I'm implementing, I imagine accounting. So what I'm
in Greenville.
So yes, so imagination of the 4% of the budget. Because they said, I trust that you say, oh yeah, well, actually the last also. So sometimes people that project budget, not that is who's following.
Okay. Okay, we hold you to the line. We want to go to the line, get the reaction of citizens following the discussion this afternoon. Sorry, our line is not coming in too clear. So we will use the star as an alternative line. We'll use this long star. Please, orange is at the moment 0886 029326 086 029326. You want to part of the discussion 0886 029326. And then the cash shortly we come back and pick a bonus right here. And this person is on the line. Hello? 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 No, we can. 0886 2936 0886 0296 and sorry, the orange our regular line, and we have to just use that line calling to you because we're facing a low technical issue with the orange line. So you gotta just call on the room 0886 029326 0886 029326 and make a point on what we discussing. Don't go on what we're discussing. Hello?
Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon. Your name? Where you calling from?
Pastor, we are calling from.
You say your name?
Pastor, we are yeah.
Pass away. Okay, tell me.
Yeah. Actually, my opinion, when we get a people like this in the country, they will go far. We get them, you know, this one, move far. The first issue like this, I really, because I hear, the pure thing, I will let it very much.
This
Yes.
so I should share with him. So we can call him in the morning. Call him in the morning. Call him in the morning. Hello.
Yes, sir.
I said, call him in the morning. Radio now. You're gonna tell him.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You say your name, right?
Yes, sir.
So Police Academy. Okay. Yababulo. Oh, just to commend you. Police Academy. 0886 029326. This person. I'm sorry, I will not call. They number I can call. 0886 9326 0886 029326. And I'm talk to this. The other person. I don't know. Hello? Hello? I'm not a network. Yeah. 0886 029326. The other person. Stop. I know what you doing or you calling directly by the line or 0886 0296 0886 029326. That's why you don't have to call, put your opinion in. Yeah. This person. Hello? Hello? Never on your phone.
Your phone is on.
I don't know. Who's that orange thing?
No, me.
Yeah, the meal. Let me try to. Yeah, let me try to. Yeah, another person. Let's see what I can do. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. How you doing?
I'm fine. Your name is from.
Well, I'm down here, bro.
Mr. Brown Harrison.
Well, we thank God.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother, you know, the issue of it, like your speaker God explained something like, when you sit in a club, when our people is you, you can enjoy the lecture, especially when you want to grab the subject. You really explain the point. Well, I have the whole thing that is capital B. But now, then implemented will allow us to discuss the issue for the person because of the issue of you have been tracking until here we are today. And I heard you in the majority block
how they come up with what are the last or the current Saka go on the fanatic, what it is here. But I just want to say this. Liberia is just a country that we just have one person business that brings money to someone for one person business. I think we need to look at the future of the country and look at the happiness of this country. People give them our voices, give them our power, and the matches is just trying to do things to enrich himself, focus on myself, and the people are doing. I wanted to do it. All of them fight. A lot of majority black, minority black, but it should be a real force. To live so that they can enjoy their country. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you, my brother. Okay. The orange line.
Hello, John.
Hello?
Hello, John.
Let's hear you. Fine.
Yeah, I'm not trying to discuss this thinking. Legitimate again. Go through the rapid procedure. I was speaking in a highway convoy. That's why I said behind. So, Friday is legitimate speaker. They got to do the right to the law. It's the law. You don't have a group of people when you move for the cover for the night for another person there. You see, man, the other one, yeah, law be the law. You have to go through the rapid procedures. You understand? You have to go through the rapid procedure. Somebody say, move, you have to do the right thing. You can get the data to school. The data to trial. Now they do the one to Farati. Or Farati move it. So we got to post up with it. Yeah, the phone had almost one more draw. Than I would tell. The Senate 2 hours, you're now. You play the bill. And in a very people are there suffering. No money to the heart. The rate is coming down. Then the things are going to say, oh. What we want to put on the say, what we want to put on the what you guys you know, easy. This is that stuff. Thank you very much, my
Thank you. You made a point. You made a point. Let's talk to the other person. Hello?
Yeah.
Your name and where you come from?
My name is Orito. I'm calling from
Orito?
Yeah.
Orito, quiet. Listen.
My problem here good according to majority black acting back of the Liberian people. Things found to us because we elected them to go one to make laws. And laws that are law like the people in that. So why now they coming out they see law like they are bad of fanatic. When I talk about we're supposed to live by the but they will go now by the dead and turning away not supposed to be there. You put somebody there by the take me all there by the scene, they can't doing it. They are turning things, they are turning one propose to say for the people, people are for their they are unpublished, they are all that is how what is that's how I mean when you drink that particular work enough one wine very to be more than
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take this. Hello.
Yeah.
Good evening. You are on your radio. I hear you.
Yeah, my name is calling from Freeport.
Let's hear you from.
Yeah, my brother, just like you. Because one part is the people in lawmaker, they put themselves before the country. See what the people doing, just to see one person something, see the kind of money they generate. May the party president giving Liberia giving them 50,000. And each person has to put whatever to them. You can take. See what we're going through in this country. Every person. Yes, and among the people. Not to say one particular, I think many people there will take look there. We see there around, and we say people want to go and remember what to do. We say we don't want to. So I was the country. We need to be serious. We need to be serious.
All right.
Thank you for the show.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what the call was. Again, taking the president. Well, we got another issue coming quickly about this. Bone County, where the people go. So we're going to move on to Orlando Pellet for his parting statement. Finally,
Yes,
Orlando.
thank you. Thank you for the management of this station and visiting Monrovia and being host today. Thanks to all of the callers and those who actually listen to the voice of Liberia. Joy is my friend from my home county, Sala district, and paying a visit in in Monrovia, even I decided to say in peace. It was wonderful. It was a privilege having me here, and I hope we'll keep talking. But I love what Liberians have peace is what all of us talk about. I love Liberians peace and like to put our peace until no end to peace. Peace is something that should be continuous. Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you, Orlando. Thank you so much.
Generation of independence. In 24/7. You never left before we are on the first before let the start. Journey evermore. Joy, loyalty to destination. Liberia, people who are over.
And of course, we have to do the class giveaway.
I will rise next to the destination. Liberia will rise again.
Okay, Liberia will rise again, and certainly that's our prayer as Liberians to see our country flourishing in a positive direction because our children going to school today is all because we want the betterment of their generation, not our one. It is good to know that, and I actually thought you were coming. The cash giveaway, how much I can come up with right here. Yeah. Okay. So give out 10,000 Liberian dollars. Okay? Let me see if I can go to the line and pick our first bonus of 10,000 Liberian dollars. This person has won 10,000 Liberian dollars. Star 79, star 799, star 20, okay, with 200 like dollars or $1.50 in the draw to win yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars right here on boards of Liberia. We're gonna move now and talk to this person as the winner of our first bonus draw right here. This person is the winner of our first bonus draw.
Subscriber, please be informed that the number you to reach is currently switched off. Please call again.
The telling the person is off. I don't want to believe that the person was off. I just don't have the time.
Subscriber, please be informed that the number you're trying to reach is currently switched off.
Okay, so we'll have to take the person number out of the system and have it replaced with another person. So those of you listening, you have to pick 2 times. We want to get in the draw for the 10,000. Then later on, we do the draw for the 20,000. We got 5799, 520 hatch. Okay, with 200 dollars and stand chance of winning yourself the bonus draw. The bonus is 10,000. The regular is 20,000. So it's possible you can win yourself the 30,000 for the 2 entry you will have this uh, afternoon. So let's hope that you give it a try. I don't know this person is calling. Hello, hello. We don't we call already. We take you call. Uh, 5799 star 20 hash. Okay, with 200 like dollars. Get in the draw to win yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars right here. Yeah. So we want to discuss another issue before we move on to the cash giveaway. I'm waiting for you. All you need to do is to play two times. Two times. Once you play two times, you are eligible or you are in the draw for a bonus draw. The bonus is 10,000 Liberian dollars, and then the regular is 20,000 Liberian dollars. It's possible you can win the bonus and at the same time win the regular to give you 30,000 liberty right here. So the first bonus draw we did, the person form is off, and we will not continue waiting for the person, but rather to take another draw. Okay, and of course, the lady Maria Makani, healthy lifestyle ginger, we have to bring it on as well, and then we go home on bit in pieces right here. Play star 799 star 20 hatch. Okay, play with 200 like $7. Get in the draw to win yourself 20,000 liberty, or upon playing two times qualifies you to be in the draw for the bonus of 10,000 liberty right here. So Big Brother Papi Glentis, as he's affectionately called, his name is Glenn Tut. Birthday is on today. I wanna say happy birthday to you, Big Brother. Happy birthday to you. You there in Batmansville. Happy birthday to you. And of course, I want to say a word of encouragement. Congratulations to Manager Kutu Davisao for the achievement. He has achieved another milestone that we can leave in there. We know that one there. So congratulations to you, Kutu. So we're trying to figure out just in case if it is what it is, bring you the lady help Mariam McConnell help the like on the show bits and pieces right here. And I want to say thank you ever so much for following the show. Bit and pieces take break and we'll be back God willing on Monday with Jala Griffey Thursday and Friday. I'm gonna be here on the show.
Me Too. Ready, start.